Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Right here. Then we're going to 53. Go. Get out there. 26.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. On second down, Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Prescott on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on. after the touchdown to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A give to Elliott running left.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Outright, he finds Tolbert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because Playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task, and for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Fournette running out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of.
Touchdown! Mike Evans, 27 yards.
And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll roll him out right. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
When the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper, there was certainly a sign of the faith that they have in Michael Gallup to step up and be that type of weapon across from C.D. Lamb. He hit 1,100 yards back in 2019, but missed half of last year with a pair of injuries. He steps up here and moves the chains.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brady. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Draw play, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him to take them through 17 games.
And now here's another interception. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing now is Brady.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill!
Here's Pollard again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Play action now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Prescott now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced them. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Brady now on first down. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Bernard will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Inside give to Elliott. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
They'll drop this off for Bernard.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Brady to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an even 90 yards.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.